Hello. First live stream on. Um, thought I would do a surprise one. I want to discuss our freedoms for a little bit, because they seem to be getting taken away. You know, little by little, bit by bit. Piece by piece, and they're just getting away from us. And I, I I think it worked through the more of a passive, just lay down and comply kind of thing. But um, I can't be sure about that because, like I said before, get to know me. I don't do anything easy. Haven't for about 6 years now. um, but I want to talk about a site called freedomtracker.com. I don't know if you heard of it, but if you haven't, go check it out. It's a website that uh, I don't know how to like. It's in the description, like everything, like the first 7 I want to cover right now because I can't remember all 13 at once. But yeah, they talk about how you know freedom is basically we just give it away. It's not free. Something that we have to stand up and demand. So you know should scream at the top of your lungs with me because I like my freedom. I don't know about y'all, but it's pretty important to me. Um, think about it. Like, you live in a world where everywhere you turn, there's control. There's a control issue. You got money control, you got the multimedia control, you've got religion control, you have law enforcement control, um, politics. Um, I mean, everywhere you turn, you know, and that's little by little. We live in a world that keeps us in slavery through a fiat, the monetary system, the fiat system, where debt gives our money value. What the hell is that? You know, I mean, no natural resources, nothing back our money, and they money off. They lend money against your certificate of birth, against your ability to work off debt. Now, if you ask me, I shouldn't give money value. The fact that I owe you and you owe them and they owe her, she owes him, that shouldn't be what gives our money the value. It shouldn't. It's basically worthless. And the whole world like that. It's like, wow. The whole world is financial livestock. Wow. Think about that for a minute. Financial livestock. You're going to live long enough to pay off a lot of debt. But anyway, it starts with you. You know, it starts with me. It starts with an individual. Like I say, with each little bit of fear you shed, you gain a little bit of courage. You know, you just work on it. And description, there's a nice little um, document that you can copy and paste, and you want to keep it in your glove box when you get pulled over, so you can say everything you say, but invoke your right to remain silent. You just, when you pull you over, you hand your identification and this, um, it's a notice to, the law enforcement that you're not waiving your freedoms. You're not waiving your second, you're not waiving your fourth, fifth, sixth. You're not waiving your right to be on about your merry way. And this document basically him and the county he's in responsible for any unjust, arrest or treatment. It even tells you that can protect yourself if they get violent. You have that right. If you've done nothing wrong but a traffic violation, no warning or nothing, and they pull you over, they have no right to take you out of the car, search your vehicle at all. I mean, they have to have probable cause. You can't have probable cause. I'll tell you right now, they're not getting me out of my car without judge sign warrant, and they're not getting in my car without a sign warrant. Sorry, sir. Read the paper. If you arrest me, then I know what you're up to. But you're gonna have a hell of a lawsuit on you. You ain't gonna like me in your house. But we do hold the power. We have to teach youth that we have the power. All the law enforcement and all these people, all they are is public servants. Elect them. And somehow they turn into the globalists, the elites, and this crazy version, whatever the hell. I don't know what the forefathers want it to be. Maybe it is what they want it to be. I hope not. But I don't know. It ain't the right way. There's a better way. I may not know. If you ask me, I think knowledge should be the coin of the realm. Or the higher on the food chain you go. But how can you do that when you're lied to all the time and never told the truth? It's another thing. We're not told the truth about anything, really. If you want to know the truth about anything, you have to go hunt it down. Then that might not even be the truth. 75% of the time, you wind up at a dead end with no answer. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I've done that many times. But I feel really weird doing a live show, and feels even more like I'm talking to myself. But anyway, all these forms will, lead to one another outcome, and it's control and slavery, and somebody making you do something you don't want to do. Why does somebody have to be in control? I mean, ask yourself that. I mean, you want to be in control of somebody else's, like literally millions of people. Well, my lighter ain't working. I wouldn't. I sure fuck wouldn't. Not at all. We weaponize the weather. The mis and disinformation is so freaking bad anymore. You don't know whether to shit or fart. And that's a pretty important decision right there, I think. Which one of those you want to go? But anyway, um, um, on that, some of you might have heard System. They got this song called Sugar, and on their video, they've got a caster, anchor, doing, he comes on and he's um, talking about, rebel news and how a dog named Hero, he says, I wish I could bring you more pertinent news, but the key here is sensational. They've got you from 9 to 5, and from 5 to 9, you're mine. And nobody's opening their eyes. And that's the truth. You go to work and then so you either got, pretty much the rest of the evening. But, System of a Down's pretty good. I mean, they're a little heavier. They're really political. It's probably more political than Rage Against the Machine. But, Rage Against is pretty political too. Mainly, I can't get to reading to you. I like to read you some stuff, but I'm afraid to touch this because if I do, I think I might mess something up. And I don't want to do none of that. What we got here? Remember privacy. Yeah, I know. What's this? Oh no. Well, anyway, it's all in the description box, so you'll have to actually do some reading afterwards. but trust me, it's worth your time. Believe that. I've been reading so much that I think my eyeballs are quite crossed. I just can't seem to get enough information. I don't know. It's a whole magnetic thing, or the mesosphere being weak and messing with our heads, or what. But yeah, it's like my mind, it just races and goes and goes and goes. And sometimes I find myself that probably the oldest form of control would be religion, and yeah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've checked religions out and whatnot, but I've never subscribed to none. I've always been more of a, scientific guy. Energy thing. We're forever. Because we're energy. And the more I think about it, the universe really wouldn't exist unless it had organic biological objects in it to witness it and make it a memory. So, if every living thing in the universe died, would the universe exist? Yeah, weird thought, huh? I heard a fella talking about the universe today. He's still Big Bang. Do you? What do you believe in? I'm subscribing more and more to electric because it's not a lie and it makes sense. So, but it's still, uh, electromagnetism between electrons and gravity are kind of the same, really. And the only thing that would really be any different, I think, is the sun. Stars have surfaces and plasma atmospheres, and everything's connected magnetically through their magnetic, you know, domes or whatnot. And if you look at it that way, either something's pushing us away to keep us in place, or something's pulling on us to keep us in place. It's a perfect balance. I find that to be amazing. I mean, hell, us humans, we waste everything. I can't help but to say it again. I think I mentioned it before, but nothing. The size of the universe, and it wastes nothing. I mean, it's 100% efficient. Do you know how hard that would be? I mean, we can't even come remotely close to it on this tiny little planet because, garbage in the oceans, garbage all over the place. And yet you have this beautiful clockwork mechanism that just gets shit done. As far as, giving us the space to live in, giving us the electromagnetism for the structure to live around for physical matter, and then giving us frequencies, wavelength, so time can be felt somewhat, because I know time's more of an individual thing, you're different my time and whatnot, but overall in general, across these time, I really don't think, I think it's instantaneous, like light. I don't think there's any sense of light speed. I think as soon as the dark leaves, the light enters. I mean, it's like instantaneous. And the magnetism between planets, I bet you solar systems have a big, huge magnetic field around it that connects with other solar systems, And I kind of look at it, multiverse, as, imagine looking down on and the rings in the tree that tells you the age, each tree. Well, imagine each ring being its own universe. Alright? And point at the precipice of each end of each ring, magnetics come into play and mix things up for shit to happen in the next. I don't know. Back when I believed in the Big Bang Theory, I always thought of it the same way, but black hole carried everything outwards until it got to the very outer ring, which would be the last universe, and everything would build up. until there was no space, and then it would get into its fundamental, particles until it was absolutely no space left, and then the Big Bang would just re-happen and empty the outer universe and flood everything back in to start it all over again. But yeah, it was a lie. Einstein, I think he really believed, agreed with Tesla, but there wasn't no money there. Hell, everybody knows, practically gave all his shit away. Edison was a flake. I mean, all he had was, was it J.P. Morgan backing him? I mean, when you have change until it is no longer important, that's when things will change. Not until. As long as money's around, you're psychologically tricked into thinking you need it, and the more you get, the more you want. Acquire, when you should be, helping your neighbor, just doing random acts of kindness. That's what we need in age. Random acts of kindness. I mean, just smile at somebody, Never know. Might just make their day. But it's sometimes it's kind of hard to do in this prison we're in. I mean, if I have any choice, which I'm not sure, but if I have a choice, I'm not going to come back here. I'm going somewhere else. But I think you get to choose if you want. When you make that solo trip, I think when you get there, I think you have so-called free will here and not over there. So I think you have the free will to choose if you want to come back or not. It's just my opinion. But I know that the number 3 is everywhere I look. You got the 3 pillars for the universe. Space gives us volume, equals volume. Electromagnetism gives us structure of physical matter. And then light gives us observation, ties it together and makes the universe observable. Then you got, in religions, you got the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, 3. And the Sumerian, oh shit, I mean to do that. Trying to grab something. The Sumerian, they had, there's 3 there too. And it is the gods depicted at the Anunnaki depicted as gods. 3, there's Anu, Enki, and Enlil. 3. Um, then you got in the biological energy realm to make us work, in my opinion. You have the consciousness, spirit, and soul. That's three. Um, let's see. Well, America, three branches of government: judicial, executive, and legislative. It's almost like three geometry. Um, can't have geometry until you have, three angles, 3 points. Um, so, technically speaking, I think the number three, Tesla was right about it. It does hold the key to the universe, key to everything. But religion, all religions today speak of, in the end, there'll be a great deception, right? Pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I do believe that in the end, they all speak of a great deception. And think about this for a minute. What if the great deception is, in fact, religion itself? To get you in contract with a God. What if that in itself is a trap? And they know you're going to fear, cover your ass, most people. A lot of people don't have what you want to call it. I guess it's, to say, hey, it's my way. Right or wrong, I'm doing it this way, man. Most people in the world believe scared to do that in case they're wrong, and indecisive in my mind is is very bad. Indecisiveness ranks up there with, oh man, don't you hate it when you can't make a decision? Well, that's how, I think I know a Christian that may actually be Antichrist, believe it or not. They talk about how they don't judge, but sure judge me, I guess. But I've been kind of studying it. And that's just going by if the Sumerian translate the translation of the Sumerian clay tablets. That's if it's correct. Still basing everything off of the translation. Not to say it is right. Who knows? I mean, it makes sense because it's got the number three involved with it. So I'm gonna say, yeah, that's what I'm going with. And when people are waking up, because I think a lot of people are waking up in record number, in like mass numbers. It ain't just here and there like it used to be. I think there's more of us out there now, and we're making sense to some people, and they're listening. And then they go check something out, and like I say, the reason people wake up, it's always different for each person, you know. Each person, what wakes them up's usually different. Mine was for some odd reason, I decided to research the New World Order and blew my mind. That's when I learned about all the, I started, the the fractional reserve banking I learned first, and what a crock of shit that is. But it keeps the elites in their money, so, as long as they don't have to bend over or pick a stick up or, mow a yard, whatever, it's whatever to them. But to us, it's every day, go do something you don't want to do to pay off debt for them. Not for you, but for them. You give that $20 to so-and-so you own that, you're well, that $20 is going back to the Federal Reserve, folks. And let me let you in a little secret. No matter what job you work, your whole entire life, 60 years or you may work 90 different jobs and 40 different states. But in the end, whatever name's on the check ends up back to your main Federal Reserve branch out of the 12 mains, and the principal getting put back on your certificate of birth, and you pay yourself to freaking work. So think about that for a little while and see how much you like the banking system. Certificate, okay? The word certificate, by definition, means a formal declaration that documents a fact of relevance to finance and investment. The holder has the right to receive interest and dividends. So technically, if you look at anything and it says certified or certificate of whatever, you can almost bet your ass it's a financial instrument of some kind. Title to your car, financial instrument. You don't own it, they loan against title to your car. It collects interest, the municipal yield, which I am, since I'm doing this live, my first live video, next ones are going to be about the steps that need to be taken for you to become sovereign, truly sovereign. So, when you die, your death certificate doesn't just get discharged back to the Federal Reserve. You'll actually be able to get a discharge of bond while you're alive. So, yeah, you can do that. Now, the word certificate has to be in all caps for it to represent financial instrument. I didn't know that. Synonyms of the word certificate: security, context. Example: he held several valuable securities. Well, I tell you, I don't know when money first come out. I don't know what civilization came up with it, but I'd like to go back in time and break their legs. Um, but religion, I think your big three is your big control factors is money and mis and disinformation. Three. But because it's the mis and disinformation that keeps us divided, keeps us from uniting, keeps us from being one voice, one global voice. I don't care what country you're from, I don't care what color you are, we are all, we all got the same master. So if you think of it in terms of that, you know, we are all the same. We breathe the same air. You know, they try to shove the same shit there. As a matter of fact, they do. I've been looking into estrogenics, and yeah, um, there was actually an article where there was a teacher in some school telling a young boy that it's okay if he has a menstrual cycle. What the hell? What the hell? But when I think about estrogen we're ingesting, who knows? Maybe it will end up having a period. I don't know. But if that happens, yeah, that's damn actually gonna call myself nuts. I'm not gonna believe it. Yep, I'm not gonna be able to believe Alan. But yeah. Please copy and paste whatever you gotta do to get that document printed off and in your glove box for your next violation. And that way, um, you can see what power you actually do have. Okay? That's amazing I put it down there. It'll prove that they are civil servants and they work for you, not the other way around. Enforcement, we need them days to be over. We need to take back our sovereignty. So I'm gonna next video get that started and show you the steps on how to go about it. It's really not that hard. I've erased the municipal me county high. Technically, I got rid of municipal me, the all caps me, in my home county courthouse and all. You know, had everything notarized to uh, um, affidavits of truth, witnesses, um, birth certificate, the stuff on it I needed, and notarized, and took it to the courthouse, and they authenticate the notary signature, which authenticates all the work that she's notarized. So, technically speaking, in the county I live in, if they move money in my all caps name, they're committing a crime. Yeah, because I am the municipal me. That's why you see my name all in caps on my channel. Yep, just some food for thought. So, for my next video, get your birth certificate out, make a copy or two of it, and I'll walk you through it. Peace and love, and peace out. don't know how to end this. What do I do? Just hit the X?